Hi guys, as you can see I've got my passion planner in front of me again today. I feel like I'm doing quite a few passion planner videos lately. I'm going to do a plan with me for the week of October into November, and I'm going to do what I would call an old school planning session in my passion planner. So when I first started using a passion planner regularly, I used washi tape, maybe the odd sticker, and I colour blocked everything. And I thought I would give it a go for this week, going back to work, start of autumn too, just to see how I feel about it really. There are loads and loads of stickers in my passion planner, as you will have seen recently. I just keep using stickers all the time. I thought it'd be good to go back to basics and have a little bit more of a subdued, old school planning session. So as you can see, I have put white out over everything. That's because I'm going to use this washi, which has got like a clear background to it, clear, translucent, so it would show through, and so that's why I've done that. No other fancy reason than just to try and lighten it up a little bit. Really, I was going to curl the page. I've done that too tight. Always annoying, but never mind. I shall ease it down as the week goes on, no doubt. So I know last week was a very orange week with my nettle kits, which I loved, and I'm kind of using this one again because this is still got those sort of autumny colours in it, moving into more wintry tones, I would say. Well, we've got the come on, what are the words? The blues and the greys, that's the words I'm looking for. Sorry, my brain doesn't seem to want to engage with words properly today. So yeah, so that's why I picked that kit, because I've still loved the orange. I do have obviously some orange left over that I'm thinking about using or not. I don't think I'm going to bother actually. I think I'm going to just leave that as my washi. I might come back and put some at the bottom, but that's where I would traditionally put the washi. Sometimes I'd run it along here as well, underneath the date covers. Date covers are not the date covers, I haven't put stickers down. Underneath the days. And then put stickers over it for a bit of extra colour. But I think I'm just going to leave it as kind of sort of quite a neutral, paler spread, I think is what I'm going to do. So I always used to use hydration stickers and habit trackers anyway, even when I didn't really use kits or anything in it. So I am going to use these as best I can along here and try and mix up some of the colours a little bit as well. So, and I think I can fit 5 along there, is what is in my head, is what I can achieve, which actually would work quite well at the moment with just sort of like basic things I have to track. So I now have a really attractive eye care routine that I have to do on a daily basis. I had the really exciting optician's appointment and then went along thinking, my prescription's changed, I'm going to have to get new glasses, I'm fairly certain that's what's going to happen. And then got partway through the test and the optician was like, I'm going to put this on hold for a moment, I'd like to do this set of tests instead. And I was like, okay, that can't be good. So now I have to do like twice daily eye washes and all sorts of other things, and drops. I hate eye drops. If anyone's got any tips on how you can get over having to put eye drops in, please let me know, because I just can't stick it at the moment. It's doing my head in. I hate the feeling. I don't really want to do it at all. So yeah. Oh, I've got a grey one left on there. Use that one. As you can see, I have got to the stage of needing new hydration stickers. And actually, I always used to use smaller ones, and these are a bit bigger. And I think actually what I'm going to do is to stack my hydration stickers at the bottom, so that they're still there, but it doesn't encroach along the top. So this is something I have done before in the past as well. I stack stickers, let's use up these ones, in the space. So when I had the classic blue, the Paradise Blue undated one, that's what I was trying to say. I used to do this quite a lot in that. I do love this, as we can probably work out by the amount that I use it. What colours do I want? Oh, the colours aren't. I have a yellow in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go for that one. 5. 6. It's really what you tuned in for, wasn't it? To listen to me counting. 6, 7. What other colour? There is a pink in there. Let's go for a pink. 7. Not quite. There is another way I can do this. Just like that. So I've stacked my hydration stickers to save my space at the top. I have my habit trackers there. Next thing really is colour coding. So I started off using my mild liners. Then I got these lovely things. And I love the colours in this. They're quite sort of neutral, not as vibrant. But I would find that sometimes they would bleed through the page. They just saturate the page so much. So then I found these lovely pens, which are pretty much the same colour palette, but they don't saturate the page as much with ink. So I kind of do a bit of both. So what shall I do? Let's start with work. Work is the easy one. This week has been half term, but this week we are back to school, as you can tell from my lovely little pencil. We have an inset day on Monday. So for anyone that doesn't know what that is, that's basically an in-service training day. So it means that we tend to have a day of sometimes useful things, sometimes boring things, sometimes all sorts of other stuff that needs to get done. It's basically a day without the kids in school, really. In the UK, we get 5 a year in the academic year. So that's really fun and exciting on Monday. We're actually doing some joint training with some other schools that aren't necessarily local as such. Some of them are coming quite a way, sort of a good hour or so for this training, so hopefully it'll be good. I think it's going to be quite an intense day, and one that we don't really need at the start of an 8-week term. Oh, I'm really dreading that. Wednesday and Thursday this week I also have the delightful concept of Parents' Evening, which, as you can see, adds some serious length to my day. Those appointments go on till 7. So naturally on Friday I'm going to try and escape as soon as I can. I'm not going to hang around much this week if I can help it, which is probably a good thing. I was staying, last couple of weeks before half term, I was staying in school for far too long. I was sort of doing 10 11-hour days in school, which is not good for anybody when you're then coming home and doing other work as well. So there we go. So what I did at first, when I first got my passion planner, is that I coloured in the whole time slots. So all of these boxes would be coloured in completely. And then what I started doing was just colouring in the timeline, which worked quite well. But I'd mix it up every so often and do other things, just see how it goes. Right, Monday I do have guides as normal. That's now an extra time slot to take in travel and everything else. That should be quite a nice evening because our young leaders are organising it, so I don't have to do very much, which is quite nice. So there's that. What else is going on this week? Oh, just need to do a quick pen test because I can't remember which way around these guys go. So, pen testing page. That's the pinky one. And that's the orangey one. Okay, that's cool. Sorry. I knew I should have done this beforehand and I didn't because I got distracted by cold coolers. It seems to be cold cooler central today. So, got distracted, running out of time to do things. So I was like, I'll just get on and do this. So, that's household. Sorry. I can't remember my colour coding to the man for a moment, which is slightly scary. So have lunch on Saturday. This is sort of like a smart-ish lunch. So my mum's been editing a local history magazine for some time and she's having a lunch to mark the amount of time that she's been doing it. So we're going to that. Saturday morning I need to pick up my new glasses, so I shall just pop that in there. As a little reminder. Let's consult the master plan. So this is coming out a lot in my videos. I have realised everything goes in here that I have going on, because I just find I run out of places to record, like my future planning and the tasks that have to get done and stuff. So I'm just double checking like the other stuff that's going on around work. Okay. Yeah. So let's put that back over there. Tuesday night is gaming night for my husband. I went this week mainly because it was in our house and I'm on half term, but I won't go next week. And then Saturday he is going to a friend's house in Bristol for some party or something that I'm not going to. So as you can see, I'm not doing a ruler or anything with this. I'm just doing it like sketching it out, basically. Other things that need to go on. We do houseworks on Sunday afterwards. This weekend we do need some housework time on Sunday. So I shall do a little slot there to catch up on housework. I'm going to do a little slot for work just to get myself prepped for the week ahead. And planning session, because I need a good planning session in my week. And I don't think I'm going to have any time next week to film in daylight, which will be a shame. It's getting harder now to film in decent hours. The last thing I'm going to fill in is I'm going to try in November to restart Miracle Morning routine, because that was being super productive and just feel that it might help me get a good start on the day before I get cracking with the madness of life. I think I'm describing it these days. The madness of life definitely seems appropriate to me. So I'm going to start on the Monday morning. And if you haven't discovered Miracle Morning yet, I would definitely have a look for it online and just decide whether it's something you might want to do. I'm going to do it on Saturday as well, so I might do it a tiny bit later because it is the weekend after all, but not too much later. So that is the bare bones of the week. That is how I would plan it out. And so before, sometimes I've colour blocked it and I've gone in and coloured it in, and I may still do that. In fact, I will do that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to take the highlighters and I'm just going to colour in the whole lot. Because, you know, I do like colour at the end of the day. It's not that I'm averse to colour, but I don't know. Actually, it's not coming through on the other side at the moment. Sometimes it would do. I think it depends on the individual page and possibly which colour I used as well. I don't know. But I mean, when I first got my passion planner, I was like, well, how are people using this? This seems like an amazing thing. Colour blocking was definitely the one thing that I saw more than anything else. And I did for a while use a compact version of the passion planner, and which was good. You know, it was much easier to carry around, I will be honest, because it was an A5 size, like a proper A5 size. But like by the time you'd colour blocked, like it just looked overwhelming because everything's a little bit smaller. So we'll see how it goes. And there is the phone going, and I am ignoring the phone because it's only going to be another call centre. In fact, I'm going to pause this. I'm going to colour block and then I'll come back. Okay, so I've coloured it all in. You didn't need to see me do that. That was a bit boring. I didn't think I was going to do that, so that's why I didn't do it as I went along. Anyway, to go over this, I just use a normal, boring, my sturdy, faithful, trusty, I'll turn it the right way around, Papermate Inkjet Biro. I do have the gel pens. Sometimes they kind of ghost on this paper, believe it or not, so I don't always use them. I tend to use those more in my own content and my happy planners, to be honest. The only thing I've got left to do really are my lists. So what I do is I colour code my lists, and I normally divide this up further. So I'm actually going to do that now. And sometimes I use a pencil to do this, sometimes I use a pen. It makes no difference, but I just kind of add in the extra column, which you may have seen with some of the stickers that I've used. I've just kind of whacked one in. Again, this is something I saw somewhere when I was looking up how people use their passion planners for different things, and it just gives like a bit more of a running to-do list space. So I would have one for home, and I just colour code the boxes like that. One for home, one, sorry, I'm dropping things off my desk. One for like personal stuff, one for uni, and then I do like at least 3 for work, and then I can always come back. So I've got like uncoded space to write lists as well if I need to. So if suddenly there's loads of stuff I have to do for home, I can add an extra space in. If there's other things I need to do, I can just go back and fill those in. Aside from that, the last thing I do, which I've got out of the habit of doing. I was doing it for a while, and it was like quite a nice thing, I thought. I divide my focus box in 2 and have a personal focus and a work focus. And this just helps me think about all the different things that are going on, like in the 2 main parts of my life. Because, as you've heard me say before, being a teacher, it does kind of take over life a little bit. So I just divide it and then colour code as well. so that I know what's happened. And then that is the basics of my week in my passion planner. That's how I used to plan it in my passion planner. Really simple, colour-coded boxes with a little bit of decoration, because I wanted a bit of decoration, that was me. That's mainly how I got into washi tape, let's face it. So what I would do then as the week goes on is I would think about the focus each day. So as part of my routine in the evening, when I'm looking at what I've got coming up, my focus for that day is going to be something specific. And I don't really do that in advance. So yeah, I'm going to go away. I will fill all this in pen with all the different things that are going on. As you can see, it is a work heavy week, the joys of being back at work, but I kind of like the visual effect of being able to see exactly what is going on and where your time is going to go in the week. So maybe colour coding is something you want to give a go if you use like time blocking sheets anyway. So daily inserts in the Happy Planner, I don't think I've got any to hand. I quite often did the same sort of thing on the timeline on those. I know in the Owly as well, the Owly Arrow Conjuring, I used to do this just so I could have a real visual clue of, oh look, that's where my time is. So it's helpful to me, it might be helpful to you. Yeah, give it a go if you feel like it. If you don't. It's that simple really. That's all I'm going to say for now, guys. I will speak to you soon, and happy planning.